All right, Science 8 students, hopefully you're doing well. So what we're going to do today is introduce balancing chemical equations. So it's one of the final things we're going to do. So then when we get back together, we'll be able to do our big chemistry lab. And what you're trying to do is you want the left side of the equation. These are called the reactants. They must equal the right side of the equation, and they're called the products. This is all because the law of conservation of mass states that nothing can be created or destroyed. So what we start with, we have to end with, okay? Now, so right here, and sometimes it helps to put a line down through, and so the two elements we have are zinc and oxygen, and I like to write them right opposite each other. And how many zincs do you see? There's just one. And how many oxygens do you see? There's two. Now on the product side, how many zincs are there? One. And how many oxygens? One. So hopefully you can see the zincs are balanced, but the oxygens are not. Sometimes you can show it like, there's a teeter-totter with if this is oxygen. On this side, we have two, and on this side, we only have one. So we got to add a number over here. And a lot of students will try to add a subscript, but we know that's a big no-no because zinc is a +2, oxygen's a -2. There doesn't need to be any subscripts. The only thing you're allowed to do is add numbers in front. There's already invisible ones in front of these. And so if I put a 2 here, that goes for everything behind it. And so I have made 2 oxygens, so that's good. But I've made how many zincs? 2. So there's now 2 zincs. Now the oxygens are balanced, but the zincs are not. So on the left side, the reactant side, I need 2 zincs, so I put a 2 there. And I know this looks like a mess, but you're finished. And the only thing you had to do is put a number in front here and a number in front here. Those are called coefficients. That's what balanced the reaction. Now this type of reaction is A plus B yields AB. And there's only one plus sign. See that? There's only one plus sign. That's called a synthesis reaction. Okay, let's try one more. And so in this case, I'm going to put a line down through, and I have some Hg, that's mercury, and we have oxygen again. So on the reactant side, how many mercuries do you see? 1. And how many oxygens do you see? 1. How many mercuries on the right side? 1. But how many oxygens are there? There's 2. See how similar that looks to the first one? The mercuries are balanced, but the oxygens are not. I need to get 2 oxygens on the left side, and I'm forced to put it in front. I now have 2 oxygens, but in the process, I've made 2 mercuries, but no big deal. What am I going to put right there? A 2. And that makes 2 mercuries, and it's all finished. Okay? That's how to balance chemical reactions. And so this sheet is on my Canvas page, and I've just done the first couple for you. And let me do one more. We'll do this last one here for you. So this time we have nitrogen and oxygen. You can have more elements than that, like number 5 there's more elements. You guys can do this. Struggle through it. All I ask is that you try. That's all I ask you to do. So you can email it to me. You can ask me questions, but just try. So right here we have 2 nitrogens and we have 2 oxygens. Over here we have 2 nitrogens, but we have 5 oxygens. So here's one of the keys. You always multiply. If I put a 3 here, that's not 3 plus 2, that's 3 times 2. that would make 6 oxygens, and that doesn't balance. But let's get rid of some of this other stuff. But if we put a 5 there, what's 5 times 2? And that is 10. I wonder what number I could put here to make 10 oxygens. If I put a 2 there, this 2 goes for everything behind it, plus the subscript only goes for what's in front of it. What's 2 times 5? 10. But in the process, I've made how many nitrogens? 4. I wonder what number I'll put there on the left to give me 4 nitrogens. I'll put a 2, and that makes 4. And you can see the whole thing is balanced. 4 nitrogens on each side, 10 oxygens on each side. So I may add an extra video for you to watch, but all I want you to do is just work through it. Again, just give me good effort. And all you have to do is this one, which I've done every one but number 5, I just did for you. And then on this sheet here, which is also on the Canvas page, you're going to balance these, which are just a few different ones. So again, if you have any questions, just email me and I'll be glad to help out.